give you an example. Like, I have every app that I need in order to run my business from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no reason why my phone is not a tax deduction. So that phone that I bought, that's equipment right there. And not only that, see, I'm dropping gems.
This nigga spitting right now.
And not only that, that bill that I pay every month, that is an expense because 90% of the time I'm using it for work purposes anyway. You know, and a lot of people can say the same thing.
No, that's actually really good though.
Yeah.
No, that's stuff I wouldn't even thought about. You're right. I think 90% of the people do a lot of their business on their phone.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's a fact. You know, we can talk about this all day because now you piqued my interest so much. But I'll just jump into the financial literacy. Do you feel like you learned any of this growing up?
No, not at all. Like, I come from a single family home. Like, my mom was a single mom. My grandmother was always home, right? So she was always working. Grandmother was always home. She didn't speak a lick of English. So, you know, she wasn't teaching us anything. And I don't know if this is like a Caribbean thing or just minority thing where parents, they don't talk about their finances to their kids.
I think it's a poor people thing.
Okay.
I hate to put it that way, but I think if all of us that were either right at middle class or below middle class or poor, and I've been all three, I just don't think it's common in our households to talk about, you said, our parents tell us about their finances, tell us how they handle it. It was more like, do you got McDonald's money, nigga?
Exactly.
Do you got Chick-fil-A money? Exactly. Like, you remember, Mom, you got, you just got to shut up and take it. So, you know, I asked that, but you basically kind of, you are. You're a financial expert. Wear that shit.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to say it. Nah, you're an expert. You went to school for that shit. So yeah, you get a financial kind of expert now. I would say, you not having that growing up, do you feel like that's something that's missing? Now, did the epiphany happen when we were learning all this shit? Like, what the fuck? I wish I would have knew this when I was like 15.
I'm in my late 20s, and I still have to deal with repercussions or like the things that I didn't know about early on. Because I mean, if we think about credit follows you your entire, like it follows you.
Yeah,
there's no way. Exactly. It follows you. Any mistakes that you may have made when you were 18, 19, 20, you're at 25, 26, 27, you're still dealing with those.
Yeah.
If you don't address it. So I think it's super important. Like, it's like what can we compare this to? We can compare this to like sex ed.
Okay. Yeah, that don't help us none because we learn it.
Well, no, you learn it in school, but you learn it in like a structured environment, and you learn it, and you know they give you information. You take that information and you do whatever you want with it, right? Or you can just go experiment. Oh shit, I'm pregnant at 15, or I caught something I can't get rid of. So, which it happens sometimes, but the point is,
it hurt.
The point is, like, financial literacy, we have to look at it the same way. You know, it has to be in the curriculum because they throw you out there when you're 18 and you're like, oh, credit cards, oh snap, I have access to all this, and you don't know how that can hurt you down the line.
Our mom and grandma never taught me about credit. It was always, if you don't have cash to pay for it, don't get it. Which is not the worst advice ever. But I didn't know the value of credit. You see, your credit score is kind of like, it's like your social security number.
Yes.
If your credit bad, you can't go pick up a car. You can't go get a credit. If shit gets deep for you, can't say, I'm put this on credit and pay it off in time. I had to learn myself. Took an old head to sit me down and teach me the value of credit. And like you say, you just look at all the things that you missed out on. I mean, I think we could both say, I'm happy I learned it and everything happens for a reason. But I mean, I tell everybody, if I knew what I knew now, I mean, I would have had my first house at 21, 22.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't know any better. I didn't know that, I should be looking to get an asset, and not an asset that's costing me either, something that can, you can make money off and basically bring value to you. All these things I just didn't know. But my one thing I always tell my friends is, one thing we have now over our parents is that we got the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
It's all on the internet.
Yeah.
Or you can at least get the whole thing might not be on the internet, but you can at least get a good overview.
Yeah.
On YouTube, Google, you can. So now it's like, the playing field is kind of, I wouldn't say it's even for black and brown folks, but it's more fair as ever been.
Yeah.
And now we have access to at least make the changes on our own before somebody has to throw us a hand up.
Exactly. No, I agree.
And that's what Paiea's financial literacy class today. Another Bad Podcast. We also give master classes on picking your savings account up, stop charging the Reddit Center.